So it's more than probably a week. And in the last video, if you happen to watch that, I said I'd upload the next day. Didn't do that for obvious reasons, because work sucks. But anyway, so last week was the Rush Readathon. And like I said, I did participate. Didn't complete all 7 challenges. I completed 5 out of the 7 challenges. Now I can't remember some of the challenges. But I know I didn't complete the main character isn't a human. Because I kind of overshot myself with the whole 9 Lives of Chloe King. Because that book is about 700 pages. Yeah. And there's one more that I didn't. But I also finessed the system. So let's talk about the books that I don't physically have with me at this moment that I read during that. So the first book I completed, I believe, on the first day was Howl's Moving Castle. That book. That movie, too. Okay. I listened to the audiobook of Howl's Moving Castle. Like, before I started talking about this book, the person that did the voice of Howl was amazing. Because, I guess, in the book, Howl is from Wales, and book boys from Wales, Will Herondale, are amazing. So it was great to hear a Welsh accent. But anyway, I ended up giving this book about 4 stars. I liked it. I didn't love it. It had some parts that were like really super cute and just like kept drawing me back in. But then there were some parts where I was just kind of like, this is dragging. I really liked, of course, Hal and Sophie, and just like how dramatic and sarcastic and just over the top in the book Hal was. Because characters like that I just really just enjoy. Sophie was really like a tough chick, which I appreciated. And then just everybody else kind of had like, there was little dynamics and relationships that I was kind of like, okay, that's great. Can we keep going? So I liked it. Didn't love it. But yeah. The next book that I ended up reading to complete the challenge of reading a book in one spot, I read the graphic novel for Maximum Ride. Haven't read the novel of that one. Have it. Probably gonna read it. But the graphic novel, gave it a 2. I like some aspects of it. I like the whole that these group of kids were like experimented on and they have really cool wings. I didn't get like a lot of information from the graphic novel that usually you get. Like, usually I can read a graphic novel and know the whole story, I know everything, and fall completely in love with characters. This one just lacked. Like, even the artwork, I wasn't in love with it. So I ended up giving it 2 stars. And then, what's the other one? So, the last book I finished, I'm going to talk about the other 2 that I completed, but the last book I finished for the readathon was Girl Wash Your Face. That book got me motivated, inspired. It spoke to me. I know a lot of people didn't really like Girl Wash Your Face because they thought that a lot of the stories weren't like, they couldn't relate to them. That they were problems of like a higher class woman. I liked it. A lot of the stories that she talked about were like not being a good mom and, you know, trying to work and be a mom. I'm not a mom. I don't have kids. I related. She was awesome. I think anybody could relate to it. I think anybody could find lessons in it. What are your eyes like that?
I'm not doing anything.
Okay, well, calm your face. Yeah, but it was just so good and inspiring and like motivating. Like by the end, I literally annotated the book. I wrote down all my favorite quotes while reading this, and literally just like doing that, I was pumped. I was ready to go. I was like, this next month, I'm gonna make it my B word because of this book. Now let's talk about the 2 books that I physically have. So, I read The Gentleman's Guide to Vice and Virtue. I guess I can count this for 2 challenges because 1, I was supposed to read this book 2 years ago. Just finished it. Stop with your
Who does that?
Me. I still have 2 books on my bookshelf I was supposed to read 2 years ago. I haven't.
Who does that?
Your sister. Okay. It also has a title that is more than 5 words. Now let's talk about this book. So, we follow Monty, his best friend / love interest, Percy, and Monty's little sister, Felicity. I apologize for butchering names, but it's gonna happen. Like I said, I did try reading this about 2 years ago. Didn't get very far because the beginning for me was kind of like slow. I really didn't like Monty in the beginning. I just thought he was very arrogant and he didn't really have any redeeming qualities. And then as the book progresses, as you go on this journey with them, you kind of figure out that, you know, there's a lot more to Monty than meets the eye. He's a very vulnerable boy. You know, his relationship with Percy is very, like, wholesome and just, like, the only real person that I think, ooh, I heard that.
What, my arm pop?
Yeah, that was awesome. Anyway, his relationship with Percy is just, like, so sweet and wholesome. Like, he really just cares so deeply about this other boy at a time where he's not. We'll get to that part. So like I said, it's a journey of them going on this, they go on this journey after Monty may have stolen something. Okay. They go on this journey to return the object and then figure out that, you know, there's a way to help Percy. Spoiler alert, Percy in the book has epilepsy, which during the time of this book, where it takes place in like the 17th century, people thought it was like you were insane. They were sending him to an insane asylum, and Monty really couldn't handle that when the only true person that knows him and knows like what happens to him behind the scenes is leaving him. He really just like loses it, and the, you know, Felicity and Percy really don't get it, but they follow along with him on this journey, and they end up finding, you know, strengths. Like Felicity is very smart and just, she's a hard chick. The world is not going to crush her. She may, you know, try to be a seducer and seduce somebody out of information. It doesn't work, but she tries. I appreciate that. This book also hit really hard topics. It talks about, you know, an abuse of a child and how, you know, that child, you know, can overcome that and be strong. Of course, Percy is an African American. Well, he's biracial in high society, and he kind of deals with people being very prejudiced and talking down to him, and how he just kind of shows people that sometimes being strong doesn't mean fighting with your words. It means turning the other cheek and not letting those people get to you. And then, of course, you know, Monty is, I think, bisexual. They talk about how, you know, acceptance, there's a really deep conversation in this book between Felicity and Monty about how, you know, Felicity tells her brother how so much easier his life would be if he wasn't, you know, into boys, and he tells her, you know, I don't have a choice. This is who I am. And it was really just like gets you in the heart in some moments, and other times you're laughing your butt off, and then other times you're just like, I want to hold these characters in my arms and just love them the way they deserve to be loved. So I ended up giving this, I believe, 5 stars, because it gets you. And there's some characters in here that I was like, please, I need you in my life. A lot. And then finally the book that, I guess this is actually the first book I finished. I read Raven, the Teen Titans. So this is a reimagine of the Teen Titans. If you ever watched Teen Titans, you know, follows these group of are they kids? Don't even know if
they're
kids.
like teenagers,
They're like teenagers,
adults.
Young adults. Yeah. So growing up, I never really connected with Raven. I just thought, you know, she's a boss. Starfire, I think I remember more like getting a lot more of her background and understanding her a lot more and being able to connect with her. So I really liked that one. I got to know a lot more about Raven. And a lot of this book is just about like female empowerment. There's a scene where a bunch of women just come together and destroy or attempt to destroy a demon. And it was amazing. It was great. I love that it took place in New Orleans because New Orleans is a place where a lot of
mysterious stuff happens.
Spooky, magical extravaganza happens. Like that. I like that there was a lot more to Raven and that she wasn't just this dark kind of goth girl. She was sweet. She wanted to go on dates. Yeah. Oh.
I haven't read it yet. Shut
I'm
up.
sorry. Okay. We'll go more into this when she's read this. But right now, it was great. It was amazing. I'm so glad that, you know, somebody is coming and trying to bring the Teen Titans back to its former glory.
Did you watch the movie? The new one?
I have seen the ending to the new movie, and if that happens, I will probably cry. But yes, this is the start of a series. I know that it gives a sneak peek at the end for Beast Boy story, which also is similar to Raven. I never really got a lot of background about Beast Boy, so I'm very excited to learn more about that. So, look forward to it. Teen Titans. We're gonna do it. It's gonna be a new series. Now, on to the books that I'm currently reading.
Jeez, silly.
Don't.
You're reading all of those at the same time?
Well, not at the same time. Right now, I'm reading Burn by Ellen Hopkins. If you've never read anything by Ellen Hopkins, what are you doing with your life? Go out and buy one. Okay? She'll change your life. You can literally fly through this. What I love so much about Ellen Hopkins is she's not afraid to talk about hard-hitting issues. And she always finds some way to make the ending just hit you like a bullet train. You will never expect the ending that she's going to give you until it's there and it's in front of you and you're either like, holy crap, or you're like, nope, go, how did I miss this? But she finds her way. She's tricky. So right now I'm reading Burned. Right now it is about an
Elvis.
LDS girl. She's
Presley.
Mormon. And it's kind of her journey of what I've gotten so far of discovering things
Underneath
about
your bed.
herself that don't really line up with what she's been taught and trained to believe since, I don't want to say trained to believe. That sounds bad. But just things that she's grown up with, she's starting to realize that maybe they're not what she wants to do. I've just gotten to the part, I'm about, 124 pages in, and already she's having a crisis of faith. She's already, kind of pulling away from her only true friend, who happens to be her other sister, Jackie. So we follow her first Patty, I believe she's a junior in high school. She's discovering boys. She's hiding secrets. She's trying to protect her I believe she has 5 other sisters. It's a big family. There's only girls. She's trying to protect them from her father, who has a very dark, haunted past. And it's just pretty good. The next book, and I'm calling this the manga of the possible month. I'm so pumped for this book. I had not started reading it. It's My Brother's Husband Bye. Not even gonna attempt that. Tagami. So, this is the story of what's his first name? I'm gonna butcher it. Yachi. Yaichi.
Yachi.
That's what I'm gonna call it right now, but later on I'm gonna figure out that's not how you pronounce that. And I'm sorry. But so Yachi has a twin brother who happens to be gay. And I believe something happens where his brother ends up leaving to Canada and ends up getting married to this fine fellow named, I believe it's Mike. I was right. It's Mike. So something happens. His brother ends up dying, and Mike comes to Japan to learn more about his husband, his late husband.
Who's that little girl in the title?
This is her
Sister.
daughter. So what ends up happening is that Mike comes to Japan. He wants to learn more about his husband, where he comes from, his culture, his family.
Religion.
And I don't know, maybe, possibly.
Yeah.
Crazy enough.
I call it.
And so, you know, it goes through, you know, our main character doesn't really, you know, approve. His family doesn't really approve of people being gay, but I believe that through, you know, meeting Mike and seeing his interactions with his daughter, Kana, that maybe our main character will change his mind about, you know, things. I really like, I'm just going to read you, like, the synopsis, part of the synopsis. So, it's a unprecedented and heartbreaking look at a state of a largely still closeted Japanese gay culture and how the next generation can change the preconceptions about it and prejudice against it. So anything like that, I'm really down for. It's, of course, a graphic novel, which I love. I'm probably going to get done with it within an hour. It's long. But, you know, I'm super excited about this. Now, let's get into the books for the month. These are the... How many books do I have right there? 5 books that I hope that I get done by the end of the month. If I don't...
That's 4.
These don't count.
Oh.
These ones I already finished.
1, 2.
These ones I already finished. These ones I'm going to binge read tonight.
That's 4. It's 1, 2,
I'm not counting
3,
them.
4. Okay, so
They don't
1,
count.
2. That's 2.
That I already read.
4.
I was counting these ones.
Oh, let me see. I'll count them.
Okay, let's just real fast. Let's do it. Let's start. We'll go biggest to smallest. First book is Pan's Labyrinth. So I believe this is kind of a story that takes place from a movie. If you look up Pan's Labyrinth, the movie will come up, and it's basically the book version of that movie. Have not watched the movie. I'm super excited. Picked this up a few weeks back. And I mean, look at this cover. It's beautiful. It's literally a cover buy. Like, I bought that just for this.
Wait, just because of the cover?
Well, then I read the synopsis, and now I'm take off this jacket. And look at this thing. It's a piece of art. Who wouldn't want to freaking read this?
Can we see the... Wait. That's art, Sully?
It's beautiful.
That's like something you see under your bed.
This is something that lives upstairs. It looks like my sister.
Me?
No, the other one.
Oh.
Yeah, so that's one of the books I hope to read. The next, I was really into, like, not YA. It's not young adult. Like, child reading. I really wanted to get some kid books. I went looking for Spiderwick Chronicles. They didn't have it in stores. So I ended up buying these next 2 books, which are by the same author, Robert Betty. And these are from Disney and Hyper. First one I got is pretty, I think the newest book came out. It's the first book of a series called Seraphina and the Black Cloak. This one just seems super cute. It seems super like a good introduction to like horror and thriller type genres. So, of course, I was down with that because that's my stick. The next is Willa of the Wood. Same author. Look at this cover. It's super cute. Don't know what's under it. Let's look. Okay, this is pretty too.
Is that a frog?
No, it's like her. It kind of looks like Princess and the Frog. Total Disney vibes right here. Hope Disney redeemed itself. After Lion King, I don't know.
Lion King wasn't the best.
Yeah, let's not get into that. But yeah, next two books. You know, I think they're going to be super cute. I'll go more in depth with them once they're done. Of course, the next book is Carry On by Rainbow Rowley because I didn't read it during the bookathon. I replaced this book with the Raven series and the Readathon. You know, it's okay. I can read it now and then maybe I'll read Wayward Son. Don't know. I'm excited though. And finally, the last book, I'm calling it the book of the month. I've heard so many good things about this book. Every review that I've read about it says it's laugh out loud funny, that it's something that, you know, a lot of books nowadays are like, huh, that's funny. This one's like, I apologize. So I am going to read this. I'm going to be reading this the entire month, hopefully. Every week I'm going to try to give you updates. I'm going to annotate the shit.
Try.
I'm going to try.
I'm gonna try.
Try really hard.
Because last time you said you were gonna upload a video the next day. But it never happened.
Let's not talk about it. Okay.
I'm funny.
So it's already TV shows. It's Good Almonds. And let me just read you the synopsis through this. So according to the 9 nice and accurate prophecies of Agnes Nutter, which the world's only complete accurate book of prophecies written in 1655 before she exploded. How? The world will end on a Saturday. Next Saturday, in fact, just before dinner. So the armies of good and evil are amassing. Atlantis is rising.
Global warming.
Frogs are falling. Temples are flaring. Everything appears to be going according to divine plan, except a somewhat fussy angel and a fast-living demon, both of whom have lived among Earth's mortals since the beginning and have grown rather fond of the lifestyle, are not actually looking forward to the coming rapture, and someone seems to have misplaced the Antichrist. If that hasn't gotten you, and you're not pausing this video to go out and buy this book right now, by the end of the month, I'm going to have you going out and buying this book, because it sounds amazing.
What's wrong?
And it already has me asking so many questions that I need to answer.
Looks like a book, it's about God.
Did you not get it's the end of the world, divine plan?
Because of global warming?
I don't know. I gotta read it and you gotta figure it out. Yeah, but why was everybody always freaking losing the Antichrist? American Horror Story, I'm looking at you. I see you.
Don't remind me.
Got me going. American Horror Story. I'm gonna start rewatching that. We'll do something with that somewhere along the line. We'll do.
What's your favorite series?
Yeah, that's my favorite show.
What's your favorite series?
Huh? My favorite season.
I like the circus one.
I like the circus one too, but I don't know. I think it's tied. I think the first 3 series, Freak Show.
Yeah, Freak Show.
I love Asylum. I love Murder House. I love Hotel.
Hotel was alright.
Oh, Lady Gaga is the queen in that.
It was I.
And let's just talk about Evan Peters. Holy crap, Evan Peters. Where's your Grammy? Where's your Oscar? He needs one. Go out and get my man one, because he gets me every season. But yeah, this is the book of the month. I'm going to read it all month. I am going to annotate it, so I'm going to write in it. I'm going to do all my thoughts, everything at the end of the month. We'll talk about it. We'll see if it lives up to the hype, because right now I'm hyped to read this. So yeah, those are my current reads. Those are my books for the month. That was my update for the Readathon. Let me know down below what you want to see on this thing, because right now...
On your channel?
Yeah, on this channel.
It has to be about books.
Doesn't necessarily have to be about books. It could be about American Horror Story. We could watch American Horror Story and rate that.
Ooh, that's not a good idea. That's not a really good idea.
We could also do vlogs, but you know, we'll see. Yeah, she's getting yelled at, so we gotta go.
It's my
Bye.
bedtime. Do I turn it off?
Obviously.